Hey everyone, welcome to SFDC Stock, and in this video we are going to implement a map in Apex. So if you remember from the previous video, what is a map? A map is a collection of key value pairs where each unique key maps to a single value. So this is the thing here, that each key in a map is unique and it is going to map to a single value only. Now let's see how can we create a map of employees. So in order to create a map of employees, I'm going to store the employees data as a key value pair where the employee ID is going to be the key and a name of the employee is going to be the value. So I can simply say I'm going to create a map of integer and string because I'm going to have the ID and name, right? And I can name it as employees map is equal to new map of integer and string, right? And that's it. So let me just do system.debug employees map. So this is an empty map that we have created, and let me execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, this is an empty map. I'm not having anything here. Now let's see how can we create a map of employees with some values that I want to give it initially, right? So I'm just going to copy and paste this code, and I'm going to give some initial values. If you see, the map is denoted by these curly braces, and inside these curly braces I can have my key and value pairs. So I'm just defining these curly braces here, and let's say I'm going to store some data. So my first employee is having an ID as 1 and the name of the employee is nothing but Richard. My second employee is going to have an ID as 2 and the name as Monica. The third employee is going to have an ID as 3 and name as Arlik. The fourth employee is going to have an ID as 4 and the name as Dinesh. Okay. And finally, I can simply do system.debug employees map. So let me execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, our map is successfully created, and this map is having 4 records, or I can say 4 key value pairs, where the key is the ID of the employee and the value is the name of the employee. So 1 is equal to Richard. This simply means that 1 is the key and Richard is the value. So 1 is having a value as Richard, 2 employee ID is mapped to Monica, 3 employee ID is mapped to name as Arlik, and 4 employee ID is mapped to name as Dinesh. So this is how a map is created in Apex. And how can you differentiate between key and values? You can first have the key, then you can have this equal to and greater than sign, and then you can have a value. Now let's see how can we add elements inside the map. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create an empty map and we'll add some elements inside this map. So let's say we have an employees map and I need to add elements. So what I can do, I can simply do employee map.put, and inside this put function, I can pass the key and the value. So let's consider these elements itself. So I'm going to have the key as 1 and the value as Richard. And I'm going to have 3 more employees. So the key is 2 and the value as Monica. The key is 3 and the value as Arlik. And the key is 4 and the value is Dinesh. Okay. So this is how I can create an employees map. And finally, I can simply do system.debug employees map. Okay. So let me execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, initially my map was empty. That's why this debug is coming as empty. And after that, I added 4 elements inside the map, or I can say 4 employee records where the IDs are this and the name is this. So after adding these 4 records, I'm having the employees map, which is nothing but having 4 values. So this is the key 1 and this is the value Richard, this is the key 2 and this is the value Monica, and so on. So this is how you can insert elements inside the map by using the put method, and you can simply specify the key and the value inside this put method as parameters. Now let's see how can we access elements from the map, because you know a map is a key value pair, right? So in order to access elements, you need to specify the key and it will give you the value. So let me just use the same employees map again. So I'm just going to copy and paste this code. So this is our map, and now I want to access some elements. So I can simply say that let's say system.debug employee with ID 3 is equal to, what can I do? I can simply do employees map dot get. So I can use the get method and I can specify the key. So the key is employee ID, which is nothing but 3, right? So let's execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, this is my map, And if I see employee with ID 3, it is nothing but Allik. Okay, so I'm getting the value by using the key, and I can simply use the get function to access the elements from my map. Now, there may be a case where the ID is not present, okay, where the key is not present inside the map. So what will happen? Let's check that as well. So let's say my ID of the employee is 10, okay, and if you see in this map, I'm not having any ID as 10. So what will happen? I can simply do employees map.get 10, and let me just comment out this code and let's see. So I'm just going to execute this code. So if you see, this is our initial map, and I'm getting the employee with ID 10 is equal to null. So this simply means that in case my element is not present inside the map, or the key is not present inside the map, it is going to give me the value as null. Okay. So be careful while using maps, because of this you can have a null pointer exception, because in case your key is not present, you are going to have a value as null. Okay. Now let's see how can we remove element from the map. So I'm just going to use the same map again. So this is my map, and I can simply do, let me just add something. So initial map is equal to this. Okay. So this is my initial map, and now I want to remove some element. So what can I do? I can simply remove the element from the map by using the key. So in order to remove an element, I can simply do employees map dot remove, and in this remove method I can simply pass the key. So let's say the key is 4. Okay, so I want to remove the last element, which is nothing but 4th employee, and after that I can simply display the map again, and I can say final map is equal to this. And let me add one more statement. So I can simply say that removing employee with ID 4. Okay, and that's it. So let me execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, this was our initial map, which is having 4 elements: Richard, Monica, Allik, and Dinesh. And then I removed my employee with ID 4. So I just called out employee map.remove 4, and it removed my 4th employee because this was the key. And this is our final map. And if you see, I'm not having Dinesh in this particular map. So in order to remove any element inside the map, I can simply specify the key inside my remove method, and it will remove that particular element. Now let's see how can we check if the element is present inside the map or not. So let me just use the same map again. So this is our initial map. I want to check that if a particular element is present inside a map or not. And how can we check that? We can check that by using the key, right? Because in case of map, we are always using the key to interact with the map. So let's say I want to check that is employee with ID 3 present. Okay, so what can I do? I can simply do employees map dot contains key. So this is another method which is known as contains key, and inside this contains key method I can pass the key. So the key is 3, and it will give me a true or false depending upon the fact that if the element is present inside the map or not. Okay, so let's add one more statement here, and I want to check is employee with ID 100 is present inside the map or not. Okay, so I can simply do employees map dot contains key 100. Okay, so let's execute this code and let's see what happens. So if you see, is employee with ID 3 present inside the map? It is coming as true because we know that employee with ID 3 is present inside the map, right? Is employee with ID 100 is present inside the map or not? It is coming as false because we can see that employee with ID 100 is not present inside the map, right? So we can simply use the key to check if a particular element is present inside the map or not. This contains key method is really useful when I want to prevent null pointer exception, because if you remember, while we were accessing elements from the map, in case a key is not present, then it is going to give me null, right? So what can I do? I can simply check that if a key is present inside the map, and in case it is going to give me true, then only I am going to get the value by using the get method from the map. So that's all about this tutorial, everyone. In this tutorial, we learned how can we create a map, how can we add elements inside the map, how can we access elements from the map, how can we remove elements from the map, and also how can we check if a particular key is present inside the map or not. I hope you liked it. Let me know your feedback in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll learn about some of the advanced methods of the map. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.